Hello YouTube, it's more Peglin. The previous episode cleansed the Phoenix Point saltiness, so now I'm just here to enjoy the ride. I guess every now and again, you want to play as vanilla, right? You don't always want toffee butterscotch ice cream, it gets a little bit too heavy. Let's play as just normal Peglin. So we get additional choices, which is very nice, so you can build some really fun builds. About to start with more gold. It's never going to get better than it is now, so we'll take it. Right, Slime Lord 5 million. You don't stand a chance this time. Well, actually, maybe you do. We'll see when I get down there. Right, this fight either goes really well or really badly. It's probably going to go really badly from the start. If you hit like 2 or 3 bombs, I mean, if you hit 3 bombs, it's free. But if you avoid the bombs like I just did now, it can get a little bit tricksy. Okay, that's a huge bomb hit. Speed Ray's dead, so we should just farm gold. Or try and get as much as we can. It's kind of hard. God, I love this best foot 4 warp. It's such a fun ability. I'm going to take it. It's fairly new, it's fun. I kind of want to greed, but at the same time, I can live with that. At the same time, I really want to get this early chest. Free early chest. Again, it just gives you direction, right? And that sometimes it's important in life, you know, getting direction. You might have gone through like a difficult event. And sometimes you just need like a pat on the back and talk with someone, some advice, and new doors might open for you. Okay, we'll go for the refresh, I believe. Give me the crit. I believed. Okay, I was trying to get some of the gold in the middle. It's pretty hard to get it on that middle layer. I don't really have a lineup for it. Okay. Whoops. Didn't give enough angle on that one. My bad. We should still be fine. Even if we get hit one time, it's not the end of the world. We're gonna get hit one time. Possibly 2, but I'm fairly certain we'll find the crit here. And yeah, we're out. Alright, we took 3 damage, was it? So what are we considering right now? So upgrading orbs could be a winner's choice. Shuffle these. Nothing jumps out at me right now. I think upgrading this somewhat jumps out at me. And you know what? Give it another one. That'll do some real big damage. How can this be punished, by the way? There you go. +1/+0 or refresh and things contribute to damage. Basic Blade is what you say is pretty basic. I think I'm going to take Strange Brew, not because I particularly think it's great, but there are builds that the Strange Brew can enable. Like stuff where you can duplicate the crits and the refreshes and stuff. And it's up to your board becoming only, you know, green and yellow and doing no damage. By the way, I will take a Bramble as well. I think the Bramble is very, very solid. Especially against the slime. And I will fight you, Elite. Ooh, that would have been nice on my previous run when I was gaining max health all the time. Okay, and in the Elite battle. So I want this to be in a position that I can hit it fairly frequently. I guess here is fine. So every time I hit that peg now, I do 15 damage. We found the fight with Bramble doesn't actually help you at all. It's still really high damage, though. I wish it killed you. Alright. Give me the refresh. Nice bomb. And I think there's a decent chance this drips into that crit. I'll go for it. Alright. It gets punished. I'm going to fire Bramble. I think he's more likely to get the kill. And he's going to shoot me anyway if I don't kill him. It turned out to be the wrong play, but... I think it turned out to be the wrong play. I think it was the right play, it just didn't pay off for me. Anyway, we'll take a heal here for safety. And shall we get you to level 3? It gives it overflow. I think that's acceptable. Each crit triggered for projectile attacks causing to pierce an additional enemy. Fun. Pegball start with 2 times as many bombs. Fun. Refreshes also trigger crits. Also potentially fun. There are some fun options here. I think the O Augur though, I think it's rarer than anything else. So I'm going to take it even though I don't have a synergy for it yet. And maybe we look for a bit of a crit synergy going forwards. I'm also not too bothered by the direction I go in, except that one. Just found a bit of extra gold. Ooh, Ethereal Peglin. You know what? I don't think I've ever clicked Leave It Be on this event. It gives you no reward, noted. I didn't really care about any of those orbs being upgraded. I'm probably going to try and get rid of all of them. Maybe with the exception of the Dag Orb, that might live. But science. Question mark nodes have a 7% chance to be treasure nodes. It's early enough that I think this is worth. And I'm going to fight another elite. Not who I wanted, but the Bramble can help. He is very much countered by Bramble. We'll hold him in place, and then steal his pocket money and his pocket relics and all that jazz. Anyway, we take a little bit of damage, but it's well worth it. Right, and now we give him a good old kicking. Very nice. Bully Ball. Every time you take damage through lost health, it upgrades. Okay, there's stuff here we could do. We've done Swaltor build before. Hello, Stale Bird Bread. Yeah, I am streaming. I was streaming Phoenix Point merely 45 minutes ago, but I stopped because of saltiness. So I'm now desalinating with Peglin. I think Bully Ball is fun. It works well with Bramble, and we could also take some relics that cause me to take damage, and maybe we can try and make a giant Bully Ball. It also works pretty nicely because of O Augur. Okay, I can get behind this. You don't work with terrible Wi-Fi and lots of distractions. Is one of those distractions me? I just have to ask. Okay, we'll upgrade this instantly. The upgrades are not particularly... Well, actually, the upgrade's not too bad on this. Okay, let's do it. Good Slime. Whenever slime is applied to a peg, it gets upgraded ×2. I can't do that, but I've never taken this relic before. And the other ones are kind of bad, so I'll take this, even though I can't enable it at all. What were you asking? I was saying I wasn't the distraction, but maybe work was the distraction. That synergizes with salt. This is just really good, though. I think I'm just picking the wrong picks every time now. I'm picking instead for fun. Okay, an early brown ball, you say. So this will buff the bully ball. Which at the end of the day is what I'm trying to do, so... I will say this best foot forward now is kind of out of place. But what I could do is try and get 70 damage to kick that guy and just instantly kill him. Okay, we didn't get 70 damage. I don't know why I'm trying to break the tree down in the center. That feels like the loser's choice. Well... it could work. Alright, we should be fine. I'm actually just going to get out of this, rather than farming the gold. I only just got out of it. I'm a little bit more worried about my health right now. And I will just play a bit greedy here. 5 more gold, we could have removed an orb. The pain. Alice's perusing shopkeep, don't mind me. And now Slime Lord 5 million. Early Bramble is very appreciated. Now the problem with this guy is he's a nerd and he'll just throw stuff at me every turn, but I'd rather take 3 damage a turn than 10 damage a turn. This I'm going to send into the center. Just so I can always see this upgraded orb. Or maybe I... more often going to see the upgraded orb is more accurate. Okay. Stones. Don't want you. Right. Bully Ball. It's a 3-4 right now. Bombs, please. Okay, that's actually a really good turn for me. We got the refresh for more pegs on the board. We hit most of the bombs. Huge that we got the Bramble first again. We were very lucky with this battle. He's still kind of giga rolling me, but we should kill him in time now. Not guaranteed to get a crit here, so I'm going to choose to ignore it. And you're dead. Attack distance is dependent on the number of pegs hit. Higher orb levels require more pegs hit to travel further. Does 2 self-damage per enemy hit. Synergy? You're getting called by everyone? It's nice to be popular. Unless it isn't. Depends what they're calling you about. If it's to complain about products and services that you're offering, that's not nice. We push the button in this household. Electropegna is the choice for someone that wants to win a run. This is fun. This is fun, but generally awful. And I think would be, well, it works pretty nicely with Best Foot 4 Warp, but everything else is fairly bad. And that I don't want either. I think it's a choice between Faraday's Fate or Electropegnet. Electropegnet is definitely just the better option. The most consistently good option. So I think I'm going to take it. The HUD, though, could lead to funness. If we can pick up the HUD later, I will do it. We've already gone zany enough, right? I don't need any more Zane. Eventually it becomes stupid. Eventually it takes that fine line between zany and throwing, and we just hop... we're like hopscotching over it, okay? Right, offering. So we're hoping to hit every enemy here that will take self-damage, and it'll proc the bully ball. My bully ball is now at 5-6. It's working! It's working! It might be working too good, though. I'm going to need some healing. Or I could just push this button every single turn. You're 4 self-damage. You're then +1/+2. Okay, we should take Bully Ball up, I think. And I'm going to go right. I'm not particularly... Well, it doesn't matter that much. Let me greed a little bit. We should save some money for the shop, though, now. Attacks apply spin infection to enemies. I don't feel like I'm going down a reload pathway, so... We'll go for this. I shouldn't have done that. Bramble's actually really bad here. Unless I kill this guy, I'm going to lock into position. He's going to hit me again next turn. We're looking for 120. We got 120 exactly. Okay, with the bomb, not quite. Okay, that's actually a really good start. Let's go for the crit now. Okay. Okay. This is actually working pretty nicely. Let's farm some gold. It's a bit awkward to farm versus these guys because they just teleport next to you and then hit you. I've also killed him. The next orb fight becomes extra bouncy. I think we've got too much Zane. Add a must circle every 3 times the board's refreshed. Don't need it. I actually want the opposite of that. I want spin S. And despite the fact I just said that I really want to save my gold, give me 5 max health, please. And let me fight an elite. It's fine. Getting less fine. You're working in accounts for a company and it's just you. Okay, maybe the phone line thing is not as good for you. Let me kick this nerd. Not quite a kill. Bully Ball, you're probably not loaded yet. You're not. Hopefully this will hit everyone, do a huge amount of damage to me. Yeah. And now my Bully Ball is going to be insane. Assuming I live. I need that to break the shield, really. Okay, Bramble we definitely fire off. It has overflow on it. And he might legitimately kill 3 people here and Bramble the boss. He did. And now, hello nerd. Welcome to the front of the queue. We're good. You're chasing people so that you can pay them. It's kind of funny. You know, all those people that go out chasing Big Bang, doing like lottery and stuff, you're actually trying to give them their hard-earned money, and you're struggling with it. Okay, we have got shop. Therefore, I shouldn't push button. But what if I push button? We can find 2 gold on the map, right? Right? Ooh. Give me every gold collected contributes to damage. I think that can lead to more funness. We have to hit 2 pegs here. We hit 4 but took damage. I'm going to call that a success. How? Okay. We're good. That is what we want, the super boots. Oh, this is another orb though I've never taken before. Alright, if we're going to win this run, or have a chance in it, I need healing. I have to take this. I seem to remember the problem with the bully ball strats are that if you get it in the wrong order, it's just a misery, right? Like, I don't want to fire it right now. So I'm wasting it for a round. It's just a little bit slow to get started. You had a little bit too much drink tonight. Last night, sorry. It happens to everyone, to be fair. I say everyone. If you're not teetotal, I guess then that doesn't happen to you. But you say like, oh, I'm going out for like a beer, and then, you know, 6 beers later, you're waddling home, getting a garlic bread on the way back and a kebab or something, and you're like, oh my god, I have to be in tomorrow. And then you say you'll never do it again, and Friday comes along and you're doing it again. Strike. I should heal. I feel so cowardly to heal. We don't really mind where we go here. I prefer to go right, though. That's kind of poor. I should have tried to go for more. You're pretty much teetotal. Okay, so it's probably worse for you then that you're not used to drinking and you had too much to drink. Probably this. And we're gonna go right. As you said, though, you've got a long weekend coming up. You can let your liver recover then. You just need to get through the early part. Damn. Actually, not damn. He will die. You had 3 double gin and lemonades. Then watched the movie and walked home drunk. I'm not a big gin drinker, so I don't know how much that would affect me. In my prime, so to speak, I would fairly regularly, like once a week, go out and have maybe 7 or 8 beers, like 7 pints. I was a big ale drinker, not as much a spirit drinker. The worst I've ever been, though, I had a night, this was some time ago, like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, in fact, probably more like 8 years ago, that I was drinking a pint and getting a single whiskey with it, and having both of them together. Because actually, whiskey and beer is a pretty nice combination. Not necessarily as a cocktail, but, you know, 2 separate drinks. That ruined me. Completely ruined me. In fact, every time I've had, like, serious... I'm too drunk for this shit, me drinking whiskey. Hence why I don't drink whiskey as often anymore. There was another time where I bought a bottle of whiskey with me and my friend, and he was like, oh yeah, and bear in mind we're like 18 or 19 at the time, and they're like, oh yeah, I like whiskey, I enjoy drinking whiskey, so it's fine, we can get whiskey. And I was like, okay, I'll get this bottle of, I don't know, it was Jack Daniels or something like that. And he took a sip of it, and was like, oh, I don't like this. And I was like, what? So, rather than just, you know, saving half the bottle or something, or, you know, saving 3/4 of the bottle, I just drank it all. And I don't remember the night ending. I just remember at one point playing some darts with him, and it was like from movies where you see the world spinning around, and I could see like 5 dartboards at a time, and I vaguely remember throwing a dart, and it must have missed. Now, based on the fact that sober knowledge and remembering where everything was, I must have missed this dartboard by about 4 feet. I just yeeted it into the air, and then I don't remember anything after that. I was home after that. I don't know how your body does it, honestly. It's a marvel of nature that you can destroy your body so much, and it finds its own way home again. You don't like carbonated drinks. I get you. I kind of like it for the reason I think you're explaining you don't like it. It kind of restricts you by some level. So I think the most beers I've ever had in a night, I think I had like 9 pints. but it was over a fairly long time period. It was maybe over like 6 hours. If it was a hard spirit, I could definitely have drank it super quickly and just got completely blackout drunk. And I have a very severe disdain for any like alcopop type things where they just don't taste like alcohol at all. Personally, I think they should be illegal. I think it's kind of exploitive. Like, they're so easy to drink and you just get hammered. Anyway, I only have 29 health. I should probably heal. And I should push the heal button. Cool. Yeah, JD Blackout is rough. Okay, that's actually not the winner's choice this time. You don't have much lemonade when you mix into a spirit, well, that's your problem. If you're making like an entire glass of, you know, gin and lemonade, and it's 90% gin and 10% lemonade, you are probably going to get destroyed fairly easily. I'm trying to think of better, like, still options. Because a lot of mixes, as you say, are like carbonated drinks, like, you know, lemonades and that malarkey. I used to like, but again, this is a little bit, I guess, high class is the word I'd use for. I quite enjoy whiskey sours, which, you know, takes the edge off a whiskey. But if you're down, like, you know, the local pub and you ask for a whiskey sour, there's definitely some places I can think of within Greater Manchester that you just get kicked out again. They're like, we don't do that shit here. Right, we do need a refresh. I mean, this thing can't attack me anymore, so we should ignore the bully ball synergy. I should just value my health. You're still doing, what, 4-6 damage? That's okay. You only like apple juice or the fruit juices. It goes best with rum and you hate rum. I'm not a big rum drinker, I will agree with you on that. It's not my favourite choice of beverage. Then again, I'm just not a big spirit drinker. Like, I'm not a big vodka drinker either. I know you can, like, say that vodka, it barely has any flavour. Well, that's kind of the point. I like, if I'm going to drink alcoholic drink, I want to drink it for partly the flavour. Right? Do I want to lead towards a crit build? Hang on a minute. Can I actually enable this? Not super well. I guess I'll take the Sash of Focus then. Just in case I do die. And we should aim for the crit. Okay, we're going to get some overflow, but it's not going to really matter. The wall is immune to Bramble. Do I like Ringwood ales? I like many ales, so you kind of have to be more specific. I've definitely had from Ringwood before. You know what? Let me just check their selection. Aren't they one of the more mass-produced ones, like from... Oh, mate, I'm thinking of Rudgate, aren't I? I was thinking that Weatherspoons uses. I've definitely had stuff from here. But they don't spring to mind immediately that, you know, this is the greatest drink of all time. Equally, it doesn't spring to mind that I think it's the worst drink of all time, so it's probably somewhere in the 6s and 7s out of 10 for beers I've had. I do somewhere, and I say somewhere, it's on my laptop, have a list of all the beers like I've drank and rated them out of 10. The so-called beer list, and it has like 1,700 beers on it or something. Yeah, Razorback. I think I've had that. From what I remember, it's like it's one of the paler ales, right? I think it's fine. A solid okay. I'd probably be also inclined to say that I'm more into darker beers. To be more truthful though, I'm into all beers, but I find that the pale ales, you can't really add too much flavour to them before you overwhelm them. So they're all a little bit samey. Whereas at least like a stronger beer or a darker beer, like a stout or a porter, you can do a lot more stuff with that. And they become a bit more memorable. I'm also not a huge fan of every single like pale ale lager beer having citra hops in them. Fuck citra hops. Just ruining a good beer. Fine, some beers should have them, but not every single beer. Like, come on, use a bit of imagination. Ringwood is your local brewery. Cool. There's so many breweries around like Greater Manchester. Like bitters. I don't mind bitters as much. Again, you can put a bit more of a flavour on a bitter. It's more really like, you know, an actual pale ale. So in terms of mass-produced ones, stuff like maybe Doombar or something, which is fine, solid okay. I mean, that isn't a Citra, to be fair. Well, actually, is it a Citra? I don't think it is. It's a slightly lemony beer, but it's not a huge flavour that you can super recall. I'd have to pull out like my entire list. There's so many golden beers and pale ales that I just completely forget about. Whereas I can remember stuff like that it gets a bit more golden at the very least, like Maple Moon has got a bit more of an interesting flavour profile to it. What else? Like Allgates, when there used to be a brewery, had a beer called All Blacks, named after, you know, the rugby team, which was delicious. A slightly smoky beer. Seafarers. I don't know if I've had any Seafarers. Hang on a minute. Yeah, I don't think I've had it, even though it's Fuller's. I don't think you get it up here that frequently. It's just like Holt's, Lee's, Blackjack Brewery. That's mainly what you get up here. I've had stuff from Fuller's, but I used to look after a pub dog called London Pride. It's pretty funny. I like the name. I used to have dogs full enough named after alcohol when I was younger. I didn't really appreciate it at the time. But we had two dogs. One was called Guinness, which is more, you know, known for. And my other one was called Boddington. Named after Boddington's Brewery, which has since closed down. And it's now a car park. If you're in Manchester and you don't mind a little walk, the Boddington's car park, where the brewery used to be, probably the best car park in Manchester. It is a little bit out of the way, though. It's pretty close to the MEN Arena, though. You're painfully southern, I'm painfully northern. And by painfully, I mean joyfully, because I like being up north. You called him Doughball. I don't think that... I'm trying to think if it's mean. Kind of depends on his stature, I suppose, if that's mean or not. Although he's a dog, he probably wasn't aware of it. Right. I guess... I'm trying to get to a refresh here, in case you're wondering. And failing miserably. Okay. Am I just going to get screwed by refreshes here? Definitely possible. Okay, we've got it. Is he just going to instantly kill me, though? I've got, like, one turn to kill him. Otherwise, we have big sad time. I need to hit a crit. Okay, it's doable. Please? Okay, we're dead. We're not dead. We have one more throw of the dice. We're through. Okay. You know bodies. Yeah, I only, like, vaguely remember bodies. Again, it was kind of like a nothing drink, mass-produced. Pretty tasteless, in my opinion. But I like that it used to have a little widget in it, and I tear the can open to get the widget. I'm too distracting. You missed the call. Whoops. Spin S every time you fire an orb. Oh, every time, 2 times a crit is in flight. I don't think this is the run for Nimball, sadly. I'll increase max health and continue. I really don't know where we're going with this run now. I got completely distracted by the thoughts of all things ale. Pegs have durable. +0, +4. Durable pegs can really go wrong. Less refreshes can really go wrong. Battles start with twice as much gold, but things are twice as expensive. Sure. I think the actual correct play there was to take nothing, but we might find a gold synergy item, and I'll take it. I'll definitely take it now that I know we're fighting the dragon as well. Okay, we'll definitely fight Offering off. That's not going to kill you. Ow, my face. Alright, let's just farm a little bit of gold. That is what we want now. I'll take it. Okay, these are increased in cost as well. I was wondering if that was going to be the case. But we now have a benefit for all of this. I'll remove an orb. We've had 3 stones in our deck for far too long. We want to be on the left side. Force a stone into it. Goodbye. But yeah, it's a real shame. Like, in my prime... I say my prime. I used to, like, go around for the beer festival, especially in the northern area. Like, I'd head over to, like, you know, Huddersfield and stuff. Do the ones around Manchester, Bury, Rochdale, Oldham, that type of area. But since, like, 5 years ago, I started to get, like, gastrointestinal issues. I've just had to hold back on drinking. Because otherwise I was just permanently too ill. And even without drinking, I'm still often fairly unwell, so... Occasionally I have a little beer every now and again, but it's hard to, like, go to the pub or a beer festival as I used to. Damn it. I missed. Oh well, we lose a chest. We can go for the other chest, though, now. Bramball me. I think this best foot forward is actually not beneficial to me anymore. I think we have to lean more heavily into the take damage build and get the bully ball to do the work. Yeah, this is 610 now. That's pretty good. That is the world's worst shot, though, for me. I'm not in my prime. No, you can't tell from the greying beard. I've honestly not felt my prime for quite some time. I think everyone says this, though. Imagine if you know, if I could go back 10 years or something, I'd be like, oh my god, I'm not in my prime anymore. I'm like in my early 20s. And now I'm in my early 30s. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I miss being in my 20s. I'm sure when I get to my 40s, like, fuck, the 30s? I was like an athlete back then. We really should stop pushing all the buttons right now, sadly. I need to save gold. That's fine. Three, 6. I think I'll send this one instead. It's gonna hurt. Ow. Okay, Bully Ball should be pretty good. Yep, 610. Not if you just go straight down the center, it's not. Alright, can't guarantee the crit. Okay, the mirror is dead. The dude in the middle is sad. You're trying to be a flatterer? It's not flattering if you tell me that. And now I feel really bad. Oh, I'm kidding. I know the truth. When I put my pants on and look in the mirror in the morning, I know there's no hope for me anymore. It's all downhill from here. Now, I do have a slime synergy. Is it too late, though? I think it's too late. It's kind of just here as a cheerleader now. I think I'm willing to heal. And we want the chest. Enemies don't get their first turn for your first reload. Probably not that important. Nor is the improved catalyst. I guess I'll take the decoy orb then. If I really don't care about bomb synergy. We might reload. Okay. Stale bird bread, you're just digging the hole right now. Wall bounces contribute to damage. Yeah, sure. More bombs or bottom bounces are extra bouncy, and the walls are more bouncy. That might be good against the dragon, actually, bouncy walls. But equally, bombs are bombs, right? You know what you're getting from them. You're immune to damage while reloading. I mean, I think this is so minor that I guess I'll take this. I've got to admit, this has been a bit of a nothingy run. We haven't really hit our stride with a synergy. It's just we've got a lot of solid, decent things. I think this is actually better. Just take the self-damage. Then we'll go for one of these. Nice triple kill. And I guess we'll do this. Why not? You can hear some self-banned for shameless flooziness. Great use of the word flooziness. I think we should heal. It kind of doesn't matter of gold right now. We'll get so much from the dragon. Then we can't get punished for misnavigation anymore. Ooh. A 510, by the way. That's pretty good. It is if you hit the, the orbs. Anyway. Right, strike. Bully ball should be fairly good right now. Yeah, it's an 814. I can't get... No, I can get to a crit. To kick or to not kick? I think the answer is to kick, because I can't see any crit tiles that would otherwise be really useful. Okay, this guy must die. Okay, he's dead. In fact, better than him just being dead. 3 of them are dead. Do I want to send this? Yeah, let's send it. Hold him in place. Gives me time to reload. They don't even get their turn now that I think about it. Now we'll kick someone again. Or we'll just kill them. Again, I think we heal. Even though it cost me... Is it costing me 2 in damage on 1 orb? I still think it's worth. We should still heal and pick up gold. And we're approaching Dragon Fight. This is a nice start. Some big pace. It's going to do a lot of damage to me, which will let the bully ball be really good. Oh, baby. And then mass poison them as well. Right, let's get a crit. Goes through 2 people, and basically we've won already. You're an 8-16. Excuse me? Strike. I don't think we need to send... Well, actually, you know what? Let's not get too overly confident now. Let's send the Bramble out here to slow them down anyway. You know, confidence over the insidious killer, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay, you're dead. What is this? The Duplicate Orb. Duplicates hit, crits, and refreshes 1 time. Hang on a minute. Have you got a late contender to join the party? I would have taken you... I'd have taken you like a floor or 2 ago, because you work pretty nicely with the Gold Augur. You like people with northern accents. It's a mixed bag, the northern accents. Like, there are some reasonable ones. I would probably say from... I was going to say from Manchester, but actually now that I think about it, hard Mancunian accent, pretty abrasive. Same with Liverpudlian. Kind of the same with Geordie as well. If you can get, like, Cumbria area, you're fine. If you can get the more populated parts of Scotland, you're probably fine. If you get, like, the Orkneys, you're not going to understand what they're saying. But yeah. I can't say I have a particular thing for anyone with certain accents. As long as I can understand the other person, that is good enough for me. Base damage increased the low your health is. I really want to take this, but I think it'd be a throw to take it. I think we just heal and continue. And then go fight the dragon. So I'm hoping that... Yeah, this is an 8-16. And this is all 2 gold tiles, so I'm hoping it does big work for us. That's a lot of gold. Bramble is fairly pointless with the exception it does Bully Ball, so I will go for it. But there'll be a point where I stop using the Bramble, I think. We have 382 gold, by the way. This is a 1530 now if you can find the crit pegs, which are really buried. Alright, good try. Let me take the refresh, please. Okay, you hit me, I don't care. Actually, the fire is good for me. I think that procs the Bully Ball as well, because I'm taking damage during my turn. You fool, I think you've walked right into my trap. Actually, it doesn't work. Never mind. Anyway, let me work towards the refresh again. Kick him. Damn, missed a crit again. So this is a 6-10. That's okay. It's better when you hit more than 1 orb. This is a 23-46. Okay, this is the winner's choice. I think it's over. We're doing 46 damage every time I hit a peg. Yeah, it's over. The orb that did literally nothing for me wins the game. It wasn't anti-synergistic, but he wasn't synergistic with my build. But hard counters the final boss, and that's all that matters. Anyway, for YouTube, that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, why don't you like and subscribe? Everyone helps me out, and I'll see you on the next part. Goodbye.